Hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett Gotzi here, and welcome back, books one and all, to Final Fantasy X.
That's not right. That is not the title. That is not the name of this game. It's Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, you dipwad. I know I said it. I think this recording just kind of interpreted my Mystic Quest as 10 for some reason. Anyway.
Since childhood, because I don't remember it too well, but I remember that. I think I do remember playing with toys, but I don't remember much beyond that. I mean, I've been pretty much a gamer almost all my life, even before the internet was a thing. So, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna go talk to this guy here. Knock him out. Now, the reason I don't use characters, I'm gonna go off when we get to a certain point for certain reasons now. See, right now we don't have to worry about explosives, but we can use them if we so choose to do so. I hardly wind up ever using explosives because they are not, all that useful. I find that they're somewhat useful. They can get you somewhat by if you need to, depending on how, because really, they're good. They come in handy for quite a bit of things. But when you get like where I'm at and you're more experienced with this game, there's really not much point, if I'm completely honest. Now, like I said, there's like going to be chests that's going to be normal for us to find, but they're not going to be the ones that, you would normally find like that in there. Like this right here is actually a normal chest that you would find explosives in. The ones that we are finding are not the ones that you would normally find if you have a character that has ammunition. So, yeah, that's just the only way it becomes normal is if you're the only one carrying something that has ammunition. So, and unfortunately, we gotta kick these guys right out. Because for now, we're gonna get some, stuff. So, like I said, I'll be doing this off screen because I'll probably be leveling up when there's no need to do so. I know as many times I'm gonna be coming in here. I'm not gonna try to do too many of them like I have done in the past, which, I'm just gonna get enough to survive for a while. So let's see. We actually bought the steel helm, so that's pretty good. In the last episode as well. That's right. In the last episode, we did all that, and we talked to her in her house. So steel helm. We got a total of we've got a total of 16 defense right now because of that, this, and that. I don't know how that even adds up to it. Some of the math I think is kind of wrong, but what do I know about math? So in other words, let's see, 4 and 6. That would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's correct. I mean, either way you look at it, you can do it. You can even go like this. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 7, 8, 9, 10. Same thing. Now, we're going to add. Okay, that's 15. Okay, that's correct. Okay, that is correct. Well, some of the math on this is going to be wrong anyway, so that's pretty much a given. And I'll show you what I mean in the future. Now this here, again, because see, this is going to be a little bit different than what we were doing when we had Tristan. So, the only difference is the character that we have now. But I'll be doing this more off screen. There's no point in going up forward, unless you want to get some extra items you can actually find anywhere else. And you really shouldn't try to go this way because it won't let you.
Shouldn't go that way. That's what I was trying to say there.
Just have to fight these guys to get through to it. I'm not even going to bother to do that while I'm on stream, but I might as well show you up now.
What I was trying to say there was you shouldn't bother going that way because it won't let you. It's the only way it'll just go backwards. But anyway,
Let me show this off now because
show you.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, I think there's also explosives we could find. Yes, the perfect candidate for this. Bada boom, bada bing. Yep. Even though they're not specifically weak to that, but they are weak to those. You're kidding me. That did not kill you. Okay, bitch. Thank you. I mean, defeat you. Now let's see. What are we doing here? We're going to Okay. Now there is a reason why I want to go ahead and come in here and get some seeds, but I'm not going to get too many because I don't want to take forever doing this. And I might just stop the video and then it might jump, and I do apologize for that, but it's not anything like that, even though it might be short, but it's not going to be short where it's just going to end abruptly and then I'm going to upload just like so many minutes. Like, see right there? Yeah, that's no more to find that. There's like 2 chests in this entire place. You normally would find explosives, so, but there's no point in it. And, pretty much, there's going to be an even easier way. There's no point in coming up here. Might as well know right now, because unless you've already, unless you haven't already gotten the item, which, again, it's just completely optional.
And as well, I forgot to mention this as well. As you can see that, okay, only the monsters respawn in this thing, and the boss does not. So there you go.
And I could take a look while we're here at how much we have left. Yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit. So what's going to happen is I'm going to show off what's going to happen with the refresher and whatnot in the next episode. This here, I think, is an item or something. I can't remember.
I meant the next part, but whatever.
Let's just kill up the dude anyway. That's just more gold in our pocket anyway. I could use. You know what? Let's try and use fire on this guy. Dang, that thing was effective against that guy, and it wasn't even weak specifically to that. So.
And I should point this out that off screen, this is not something I pointed out in the next part, but yeah, I didn't continue to do this all the way through. I just went through like the normal rounds of going up there and back until I had, well, the amount that I will be shown in the next part.
And that's what happens when you use fire. I'm not sure if there's anyone specifically. Okay, so yeah, that would actually be another little chest for us, but for somebody else. So there's only 2 of them, I think, so far.
I should also point out that this has actually been video merged before I recorded over it to, well, it's not like it deletes it, but, it's already been merged with the video merger. It's a good program, but it's boring. It sucks because, like, if you take the time to try and do anything else, it will start over if you're not constantly paying attention to it to make sure it doesn't start over. Because you have to, even if you're doing just a little Like if you're on one device, like I am right now, I cannot watch or do anything else. I can listen to. I could have YouTube popped up there while it's doing it, listen to music, but I can't record. I can't do nothing because it's gotta go through its thing. Otherwise, it will stop and start. I've had to do that too many times, so I'm like, and believe me, it's it can be a long, boring process. I suppose music can help go through it, but either way, let's continue on.
It only has that in here, but it's not a big deal anyway, because we can always, now that we have access to the focus tower, we can always get more there than we would here without battling. That's just another way to bypass it, just in case you just want to build up your ammo for whatever reason. Because you can play a game any way you want to, but to me, ultimately, I have used explosives, but not very often. If I ever do use them, so I wind up not even bothering with them, except to kind of some playthroughs I'll go through there and just like use them a little bit, but I still don't use them all the way through the game. There's really not much point because also it wastes ammo anyway, and so there is that.
Also, they're mainly good for the storyline bits, but more on that later.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. There's no point to doing this either, but I might as well do it anyway.
So to get some gold, it's gonna need for later. It's the only reason why you do it. I mean, it's not really recommended to do it all the time, but if you want to, you can. It's not recommended to do it constantly to level up because it's not really a good way to grind anyway. By the time that you're at least 10, anyway.
Because once again, we can come through here. And again, off screen, I'm not going to be doing this, so there's going to be a huge difference. Yeah, okay. So, in case you want to get some more, like, explosives or whatever, I'm going to be showing you something else that I don't typically do, but I don't do with Tristan.
There's another thing. What I meant to say, where it was right there, I didn't think about it at the time. To be honestly fair, anyway. If you want to, you don't have to. Again, this is just a recommendation, optionally, while you can. Get it if you are low on it. If you need to max it, if you want to do it there, that is. You don't have to because always, ultimately, I would open. Just go to the focus tower because the focus tower always has it. But anyway,
And I don't know what that is. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I think you kind of already did. Didn't mean to.
Okay, that's just a little bit more gold in our pocket. It's good because we're going to need it. Well, you don't really need it per se, except to buy stuff with. Maybe you want to buy anything. You can find stuff pretty much in chests, stuff like that. That's still optional, but either way, you're going to have to do something. But I would recommend any way you want to. Like if you're not experienced as I am, I would definitely recommend using like items, stuff like that. I usually mainly use items anyway, a little bit, but not too much. I don't wind up using them completely once I find a certain pattern that I know that I can do when I have enough of it. And there's another item I don't really use much of, but I'll tell you about it in another episode. So this is what I'm going to be doing.
Again, part.
So you might as well see it now, because this is something I typically do anyway. Wow, we did level up to level 10. That's just not bad. And before we stop the video, let's take a look at what our actual numbers are. She's at 680. She's at level 15. So even though I'm at 400 and I'll be level 15, not for too long, probably no doubt off screen or daring on screen. Either way, I'll be up there. I don't really need to be that far, but whatever. Anyway, so off screen or daring on screen, either way, I'll be up there. I don't really need to be that far, but whatever. Anyway, so that is, as they say, is that, and I shall return, and yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll see you in the next part, or let's just say part 2 of this one video. I hate when the volume starts.
So anyway, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You might as well know. Spoiler: it didn't happen off screen. That I got up to level 15, and it may be off screen at some point, or it might be on screen still. But like during the time of the process of when I was grinding for seeds, yeah, it didn't happen. Just gonna tell you that right now.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll see you in the next part, or let's just say part 2 of this one video. I hate when the volume starts to show up on the screen, when it just doesn't want to go away. That means I have to reboot the entire system, and then I lose something. Anyway, hey guys.
Yeah, let's just not do that. So I was redoing the intro there because I didn't realize I had said Final Fantasy X at this point, and then I tried to keep saying it again. But here's something I forgot to mention in this episode. Or, damn it, here I go again. Saying episode. This part here is that what I was talking about is like every time I have to reboot, it's annoying, but it's okay, it's fine because I know exactly where to go. It's just I had to go track it down and then put it back on the clipboard. The stuff I had to put up there in the description for, to let everybody know, because it's true, I'm not making any money off of these, but, you'll see it in the description. I'm still working on it, and I'm still working on Tales of Destiny. I got even further today. While I was, I just thought I'd take the chance a while before I started recording again. I was going to record some tests of Tales of Destiny, but then I thought, you know what? Let's get this recorded over with,
Final Fantasy, just count this as I recorded it yesterday, and while I was off screen, yes, I played a lot of Tales of Destiny, and I've been working on it, but I keep giving it a break. So far. What I'm trying not to do is save over the file that I want to save to do something with, because there's something I want to show off that I didn't do before.
Mm-hmm.
And not sure if I ever showed that part about a woman that was sick in a bed like in here. But anyway, let's take a look at, and by the way, Final Fantasy. Anyway, now, see this right here? that doesn't matter at this point. I did kind of accidentally gather up some, but you don't want to get up to 99 for now. Or this, I did get like up to 19 seeds, which actually was a little bit more quicker. I'm not. I went through further than that in the past, but let's not go there. I went ahead and got when I got back up here, which was yesterday.
Yeah, it was. I grinded. I went ahead and got up to 12. And let's see what else was I going to say there. Oh, right. You might have noticed that I skipped over that because I already kind of corrected it at the beginning. I kind of thought it would do it some justice. Because other than that, the footage is fine. I just didn't really want to, go ahead and start it all over when I can't anyway. I don't want to go through the beginning again. It's not that it's hard to do, it's just when you get so far behind, even if you've gotten like a lot of videos out already on that one, it's like with Tales of Destiny. I don't want to do that, even though I'm really far in the game as far as recording goes. As far as it being offhand, I'm not even up to that point. I haven't even reached the point that I got to where I was when I was off screen. It's gonna take me a while to get up there. I mean, my goodness. Yeah, because I was kind of going through it fast, and I may have actually done it in the wrong order of things, or done things that I probably shouldn't have done right then because they were completely optional. So yeah. But anyway,
I did that, but before I could finish, I just said screw it. I just went over there and watched some Hulu and I watched a new episode of How I Realist Rebuilt the Kingdom. Anyway,
what actually the order is, I actually went ahead and watched How a Realistic Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. It was the first thing I watched, and then I went to Hulu, watched a movie. I tried to watch one of them. It was just boring as hell. I couldn't keep up with it, so I went over there to another one. I think it was called Crypto or something, and I can't remember the name of it, but or something that I just couldn't. I couldn't stay in it, and I had to go to another one. Yeah, it was Crypto that I couldn't keep up with, so I went over there to Money Plane. Let me tell you something. Crypto sucked. That was the most boringest piece of crap movie I have ever seen. I couldn't stay with it. Even since the beginning of it, I was looking at my screen. I mean, if I'm not paying attention to it, there's got to be something wrong. I mean, I am trying to pay attention to it, like even though or I've seen it before, or some kind of not in that case though, but like with Home Improvement, I did that and I kind of regret it, but whatever, because I was focusing on Minecraft mobile edition at one point, and I was doing something and I forget what I was doing. I was just kind of building and building and building and whatnot and spending out stuff. And man, it was fun. But anyway.
the refreshers.
Oh, by the way, uh, if you want to actually see me do something, you'll have to kind of skip forward. If not, I do recommend you wait patiently to get to it because it's not like it won't happen. It's just I kind of forgot. I lost track. It doesn't always happen, but a lot of times it can. It happens when you don't have your mind focused on everything at once, or keep it in mind. I didn't mean to not keep it in mind to show it off, but I did show it off in this. So if you want to see it, it's there. So you'll have to. I don't know how far to look. So just keep patiently. It won't take that long.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, you want to know what we got here? We got an elixir, which we've already losed. Used on Kelly. Two of these have been used on her, but that's about it. The only difference is this one here, you kind of showed it to her, but she didn't really take it. You just showed it to her for some reason. Uh, anyway, and I don't know. A lecture, I don't know if it's full or not. It's probably empty. Who cares? I mean, because it's never going to be answered. So I'm not going to bother try to do it like a question. But either way, it's still on my inventory. This is one of those games that has items that, regardless of use, they still stick in your inventory. Like even though they're the one-time use, and when it's fine, and there's not really much to do anyway. This game anyway, but more on that later.
Mm-hmm.
So if I remember correctly, I believe. Hang on a minute. I'll be right back. Anyway, so I wanted to make sure that somebody wasn't messaging me. So anyway, so I think this is the thing we want to go to first. Some new enemies. Now, Scorpion, the first time you'll ever see it is here. Well, you can find it somewhere else. And then there's Giant Toad. I'm not sure we'll see them there, but
Scorpions will be in this general area. Anyway.
Okay, let me put it this way. This is the only time between here or another place that you will see this form, because no other form of this exists. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use fire. Yes, I know. The biggest thing is to use fire. And, we're going to put this on this guy because bada bing, bada boom. Scorpion is weak against fire attack. So even though just to say it, the biggest thing to do is what I'm throwing at them at the giant toad, which is the same thing, but it's a different form. It's the second form. It's probably a little bit weaker, but a little bit stronger too. It's probably
Wow, I actually leveled up there. Didn't notice it.
Doesn't make any sense to you, but you'll get it. So what I want to do here is just in case, because see, there's something you'll notice as well is that even though we have, whereas where we are, she's stronger. Look at that. She can knock them out in one shot. We know we just did, but it would have been a lot more. See, the more they get on the screen, the more harder it is for us to do anything. And what I would recommend that you do, because we don't have a whole lot of, depending on what it costs at the end, I wouldn't bother to say, staying unless you want to. And this is one of those games you can only get money through battles anyway. So if I'm correct, which is what I'm going to do. So maybe otherwise, see, as strong as we are, our spells just kind of suck compared to her. Even when we go through another ordinance or scene that I'm not going to tell you about right now, but it probably won't be doing it until the next episode. I don't know. This just depends on whether or not we can get it. Because I always seem to forget which battlefield it is that it has to. We have to get something here. I mean, we don't have to unless you want to 100% the game. It's not hard to do. But what's hard to do is 100% it. Mint is a new enemy, which is the next version of brownies for some reason, or whatever we call them.
Brownie.
They're a little bit stronger, but also weaker. But they're more, as you might say, I don't think the mad toads or giant toads have a weakness specifically, but we'll try anyway. Okay, I thought he was supposed to have a weakness. Nope. Okay, see, that's why I don't like this. Okay.
Also, they are the next form of Mad Toad, but they both do the same thing. A poison, if you can tell. They can, anyway.
Yeah, they're not weak against fire, so. But they are weak against that, even though they're not specifically weak against it, but they are. So we got 2 more to go. $95, yeah, okay, I'll stay. Because, depending on what they want to charge you, some games will charge you more. But it also depends on how much you already have in hand, which you want to be careful of. I don't want to keep doing it, because I'm trying to save up for some other things later, and you want to do that anyway. You can do here as much as you want to, but make sure you're careful of it, especially if you're really low as I am. So Mint May is supposed to be, what do you call it? Oh, that's right. I was going to show that thing, wasn't I? I apologize. So this is what you want to do. Let me just put a save state here because I don't want to actually use it up. So, it may not make a difference for you, to you right now, but it would, because we got to save on them as much as we can. So what we're going to do is going to do that. And then we're going to have you attack again. And we're going to have you put refresher. Use refresher. Regained abilities. What that does is it refreshes the stats and makes them a little bit more powerful. I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, you really can't tell the difference, though. But it does help in most cases. So what we're going to do is we're going to load the state again. Let's not say that we did. Permissions removed for unused apps. Some apps haven't been used in a few minutes. Time to review. Who cares? Yeah. That's it for that brief little information. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use Thunder, because that's the best way to do this. And of course. So they all got taken out. I didn't think they were. There you go. Now we have 1 more to go. There's something else I should show you real quick. I think somebody is weak to it, but this attack is only more powerful the more stronger you are. And it can be also a bit weak against them too, depending on how strong they are against it. So I'm going to defend for now. Never mind. Must be thinking of a different enemy. Okay, never mind then. So as usual, we'll just do that. Okay, so as you know, we can take out 2 of them, but 3 of them is a problem. And I'm going to show you why. Oop, there it is. Got it. 1 magic ring. So I did choose it. Very good, because I seem to a lot of times, when I go through a playthrough of this, I forget which battlefield it is. But now that we have that, we can continue on. And it stacks up, by the way. The reason why it says 18 is because it stacks up, which is good, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense to put it on over it instead of removing it, Because sometimes you do that. When the games do that, it's like, well, why can't you do that? It's kind of an interesting take on it. Like, if you add it together, you have more defensive properties. In fact, like you can protect yourself against certain things. And now we also have, with that as well, is the ability to protect yourself against, I guess, confusion or something. A little bit, I think. Not sure. But either way. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to save again, and that's good. I think that's confusion. I can't swear to that. But, yeah. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and start on this. Now, these battlefields, again, we're not going to bother with, and you can see that right now we can't get to the other one. And we can't go anywhere else, so we go through there, and then we go through going somewhere else and then go through there. Because going up there right now, we can't go to right now. And speaking of that place, well, I'll go more of it later, so it's just a thing. Go through there, because going up there right now, we can't go to right now.
Yeah, like that place up above there. Can't go there. And again, I have leveled up and did not notice it at all. I didn't pay attention whatsoever. So, just in case you're wondering why I'm not checking it out, I should have been more observant of that, but it's okay. What I can do as well is put in a special bonus video. I don't really want to make it too short, but what the heck. Uh, yeah, may have to make an exception for that, but I'll make it for a special day. Because if it's not going to be part of 3 videos, if it's not, well, then I'll just make it for a day that I'm not doing anything. Like for example, Sunday or Saturday. But I gotta make a bonus day for you know unless I can make it part of a 3 video day, which it has to be the same kind of thing. I can't just have one and then have another one and another one, or 2 videos. No, not gonna do that. Not for Sunday. Anyway, and yeah.
And speaking of that place, well, I'll go more of it later, so it's just a thing. Anyway, this is Wintry Cave, first floor. Now, what you want to do is we're not going to take out all the enemies first, because we're going to go through this anyway, but we're going to have to go back out. Now, in fact, let's just run. Actually, I think I will go ahead and I'm just going to take them out anyway. This episode, because we need to really, go back and do that. It may not seem like it may seem like a waste to you, but I'm not going to use up my seeds. So I've learned that you don't want to do that, because you want to save them for the more prominent, ones that you have to fight against. I mean, if you have to make it through there, then yeah. Okay. But I always want to start out fresh anyway when we go in there. So, anyway, Wintry Cave, next episode. Until then, oh my gosh, it's going to make a little bit longer than usual. Until then, later.
Yep. That's how it is. As I say, is that? And we'll see you then. I'm gonna wrap it up here with even though he's already signed it off, that was the past me for today and for the second part. I'm just gonna say this: it might be a little while before I do any more videos. Once I get to the threshold of 10 videos, that's it, and that's it, depending on whether it's got main storyline and all that. If it's got Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Retaliation, you'll notice that I have a lot of videos in there, and a lot of it's just kind of mostly bonus, and as well as what is it? Updates. And you might see that. So yeah, it will be a while before I absolutely do any more videos for this. This is the 10th installment in there, because that is the goal I want to do. Anyway, for each of them that I start out, that I want to play for a while with until they are beaten. I'm not going to try to do any more. Which I actually did that with another game I probably shouldn't have done, but I didn't do it for 10 videos. I did do another one as, oh no, that's 2 games I've done, I think. No, the other one I'm waiting to, I've been trying to get in the mood to do the sixth part, but I didn't know that and remembering to do it. But otherwise, I'm not going to continue on that series, even though the 10th one is the marker before that. I actually went ahead and started this one before it got up to 10 videos, which is crazy, ain't it? Um, I even did the same thing with Pokemon, so that is crazy. But I'm working on it, and I will see you all then. As another me said, later.